Hello and welcome to everyone watching. My name is Raven Crossing and today we're going to be doing another SCP Explained. This time we're going to take a look at another one of Evan Royalty's SCP short films, SCP Ghost Town. However, unlike Overlord and Dollhouse, Ghost Town is not a live-action film. Instead, Evan Royalty and his creative team basically machinima this thing into existence inside of a heavily modded GTA 5 server. And according to Evan himself, the process of doing such a thing was mind-numbingly frustrating. With that knowledge, I'm honestly happy we got this thing at all, and what the team were able to accomplish here on a technical level is still really impressive. So, SCP Ghost Town centers on a 4-man detachment of Mobile Task Force Alpha-1, codenamed the Red Right Hand, as they investigate an anomalous facility in the middle of a war-torn European country. When I saw that a detachment of Alpha-1 was going to consist of our main characters, I got very excited. For those who aren't familiar with SCP Foundation lore, Alpha-1 is easily the most intriguing and mysterious mobile task force at the Foundation's disposal, mainly because there's literally no obtainable information about them whatsoever. The only thing we know about Alpha-1 is that they directly report to the O5 Council, the group of individuals that oversee the SCP Foundation. With that information in mind, you can bet your sweet ass we're gonna see some wild shit, so let's fucking go. Ghost Town opens with an MP3 file from an unnamed Foundation officer, as he's seemingly addressing a member of the O5 Council. Basically, this monologue informs us that there was a pretty big operation that kinda went haywire, and a lot of people in the Foundation are very upset. Everything we see from this point on is body cam and surveillance footage from the operation to clarify what exactly happened. We're shown footage of an interaction between Foundation operative Bishop and a general named Korolenko. This leads me to suspect that the film is taking place somewhere in Eastern Europe, Russia, Ukraine, that kind of area. Bishop basically tells him straight up that the Foundation knows that he's got some shit hidden out in the boonies and they would like to take a look at it. The general basically tells Bishop to go fuck herself with a cattle prod and promptly gets shot in the face. On a brief side note, how the fuck are you gonna say no to the SCP Foundation? If you got some shit they want, they're just gonna take it whether or not you say yes or no. My man Korolenko was big dumb. The next section is another audio log. This is a mission briefing for the squad being sent into the facility that General Korolenko had hidden away. In section 3, finally introduces us to our main squad, Kuhn, Fox, Lance, and Pierce. We follow them for a little bit as they have to fast march from the country's border to the location of the facility, getting little moments of character with each team member. I love the low-key camaraderie and badass dialogue between these guys. It's so well done. These guys really feel like they have a history with one another, and I fucking love it. That's all I'm gonna say about it though, because you really need to watch it for yourself to get the full effect. The squad finally makes it to the facility and start reconning the area for any intel on what the facility is actually for. While looking around the place, Kuhn, the team leader, decides to take a look at that strange platform they saw when entering the facility. Unfortunately, as he does this, an unidentified chopper lands at the facility. All of a sudden, the platform begins to make loud, strange noises akin to that of some kind of massive mechanical mechanism. Kuhn tries to hop off the platform before it can do whatever it's trying to do, but alas, he is too late. In a flash of static, Kuhn is gone. One of the enemy soldiers sees Kuhn before he disappears and the team goes loud. They cap everyone except for the guy that was in the chopper and take him to be interrogated. After some thoughtful choice words from the squad, he opens up about who he is and what the facility is for. He reveals that his name is Gareth and he works for the Global Occult Coalition. And he explains that the facility was built around the platform to safeguard it. See, the platform is a kind of rift that leads to another dimension that is seemingly dead, and annually fires up on its own. And the GOC have been using this platform to jettison unkillable entities out of our dimension. Also, quick note, the GOC, otherwise known as the Global Occult Coalition, is an organization like the SCP Foundation, but they're trying to kill SCPs, not study them. And this short film basically implies that they're using this weird portal to get rid of SCPs that they can't kill. From here, we cut back to Kyun's feed as he enters this weird dimension. He falls from a crazy fucking tall building before being stopped just before he hits the ground. Kyun quickly realizes that he's not alone and tries his best to hide from the murderous anomalies he's trapped with. He then gets a message from Fox explaining what he needs to do to get back, and that involves climbing the big fuck off building he just fell from. Along the way we get a lot of really cool, creepy encounters, but he eventually makes it. Meanwhile, the team has been informed that there is a military force heading their way, so they're setting things up for a quick getaway once the firefight starts. Kyun is able to make it through the platform in the middle of the battle, being ushered to an APC by Fox as the squad gets the fuck out of there. The pursuing military forces are taken out by a supporting team during the extraction. The squad extracts safely, and they walk off into the night like the beautiful badasses that they are. So if you haven't figured it out yet, the main SCP in SCP Ghost Town is a portal that leads to a kind of dead dimension. By the way, don't try looking up any anomalies that we just saw in that place, because Evan himself has confirmed that all of them were original to this film, not taken from any existing SCP material. Ghost Town is actually my favorite SCP outing from Evan Royalty. The writing and characters are on point, and the whole short is dripping with atmosphere. It's just amazing. I'll be sure to leave a link in the description for you guys to go check it out for yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching. I haven't done one of these in a minute, but you guys said you wanted to see more SCP content, so here it is. I hope you guys had a good time. I know I did. I always enjoy making these videos, even though it takes a little bit of time. I would also like to apologize for being late to the party on this. I said it was going to be up yesterday. I didn't do it. That's my fault. I am big dumb. Continue to roast me in the comments section. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to get more of this spicy content. Thank you once again for watching, and I will see all of you in the next video. Have a beautiful day.